Good morning, guys. We have some breaking news. Some transfer portal madness. At 8:04, oh, not, oh, at 8:04 in the morning, we had transfer portal madness in Notre Dame. Olivia and Kay Kovar found new homes, new schools to play and attend next season. Intend to play next season. Probably wondering what are these teams? That being said, let's get straight into it. Olivia Miles. A lot of people may have found confusing or maybe interesting that she wanted to leave Notre Dame. Olivia Miles has officially transferred to TCU. Very interesting take. Very interesting move here. I didn't have this on my radar going to TCU. This reminds me of a certain somebody in the NBA. Kind of did same thing. Olivia Miles, she's been in Notre Dame for all 4 years. Now transferred to TCU, a team that beat them in the Sweet 16. Reminds me of a certain player in the NBA that played for a certain team for a lengthy amount of time. Played a certain team and decided to go to the team that beat them. Wonder if that player rings a bell. But in all seriousness, though, I think this is a good move for Olivia Miles. Only because seeing how TCU plays and Olivia Miles pretty much got a feel of how TCU plays and their play style. I think TCU fits because now Olivia Miles could pretty much be that same flashy guard that she was at Notre Dame for all 4 years. So I kind of like this though. I want to see how this goes with TCU because we all know Van Lith is done and Sedona Prince is done. And Sedona Prince is almost 30. Time for her to go to the W. And Van Lith, which is interesting because they talk about Paige doing a fifth year, but never bring up Van Lith doing a fifth year. Interesting. But yeah, her going to TCU is, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this one caught me off guard, caught me by surprise of going to TCU. And again, it reminds me of a certain somebody doing a certain kind of thing a few years ago. So, anyways, congratulations to Olivia Miles going to TCU, finding a new home, a new team to play for next season instead of going to the W. This is meant to say PG. It's early. Yeah, it's early. So this was three. So she did this at 5 in the morning. I'm filming this at 8 o'clock. I'm still half asleep. Anyway, courtside Kenny. If I'm Notre Dame, I would really have the NCAA do an investigation on this. Word has it that TCU has contacted them before the TCU Notre Dame game. Looks like some serious tampering. That's why I found it kind of interesting that she wanted to go there. That she's not going here. Because Notre Dame just played TCU. So I'm looking at it from a perspective of, is this an audition to see if Olivia Miles really likes TCU playstyle? I guess I guess it worked. So she went from a Catholic school to a Christian school. But I thought she left Notre Dame because of Hannah's beliefs. We'll talk about Hannah in just a second. Because I may be a little late to this topic, but as they say, better late than never. Watch her draft stock plummet. Good luck, but I call it a bad decision. You saw what happened with TCU in the Elite Eight with two portal transfers. They got embarrassed by Texas. She should have stayed put and got a ring at Notre Dame. I don't know, because Notre Dame Sweet 16 is their Final Four. They kind of they sell every year in the Sweet 16 outside of the championship years that they won. I think Duke would have been way better option. She could have gotten her defensive game fixed and a coach, and to be coached, by my opinion, a favorite to win Coach of the Year next year with Kara Lawson. This is a KD type of move. Yeah, I'm tripping. No, I wasn't tripping when I seen her go to TCU. And I'm like, didn't somebody pull a certain kind of move almost a decade ago with KD going to the Warriors? Interesting. Why leave Notre Dame, not be the second pick in the draft to waste your year at TCU? They have no shot of winning anything. Don't even make sense. Whoa, TC what? Nobody should be mad. She wants a ring, right? Does TCU have a chance to win a championship? Oh no. Because again, Olivia Miles is the only player I see going to TCU so far. So she skipped out on being a number two pick in the draft to go to TCU. I don't understand what she's trying to do. She's trying to get that bag with that CBA come out next year. Um, wait, I thought players wanted to go to big popular schools. That win all the time. Uh, SMH, if she wanted to win, UConn was the move. TCU's going to be trash now that Van Lith is gone. Again, I think this is more of a play style kind of transfer. I don't know if they're in win now mode, because again, they did make the Sweet 16 as a team from the previous year, didn't even have enough players to even continue the season. They had mid-season tryouts to even participate on the team. And then the next year they get Van Lith, and now they're in the Elite Eight. So I don't know. I mean, it might work. And then again, it could be trash. And then you could come back to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and say Olivia Miles is canceled instead of going to the draft and being a top three pick. You want to go to TCU, and they suck. They trash. Anyway, she pulls off a KD to the Warriors. Let's hope for her it ends in a title as well. Yeah, they don't have the title chances to even. Nah, I don't see TCU winning at all unless they go snatch up a Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. See them win the title next year. Just realize this was a Kevin Durant move. Join the team that beat you, though. LOL, good luck, though. Olivia Miles joining TCU when everyone thinks she's coming back to ND.
Hey, yo, Sonny, what's up, man? We got a surprise guest for you.
LOL. Anyway, and that's that. So you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about TCU, TCU Miles, TCU Olivia. Anyways, 5'10" guard, average 15 and a half, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and steal and a half in the season. Anyways, in our last portion of transfer portal madness, Kate Koval, the big at Notre Dame, has officially transferred to LSU. Now, this is also an interesting topic, interesting take, because I didn't see this happening. Kate Koval to LSU? So they're just recruiting more height, and they don't even use the height that they already have on the team. Because again, right, their last transfer portal madness, last tier is gone, and Melissa Smith is gone. So this is a good rebound. No pun intended for the bigs. This is a good rebound. But is this what LSU really needs, though? Like, Kate Koval to LSU, though? That's why I say, look, what is Aaliyah Del Rosario gonna do next season? Because they got 6'5" Kate Koval and 6'6" Del Rosario, who doesn't even get in the game. That's why I said Del Rosario need to leave. This is lying. You're lying. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Did my sports senses tingle like these in Aaliyah Del Rosario's brain? Wait a minute. Does this says Del Rosario's entering the transfer portal after I just said in the last transfer portal madness she needs to leave because her height is not utilized at LSU? I know you lying. The basketball sprinkles have now came right here on top of Del Rosario's mind. Or she may have watched the video, I don't know. I'm just saying. Del Rosario is too big not to be playing. She's 6'6". Go to a school where your height is utilized. Del Rosario going to the transfer portal. I didn't see this. This is live reaction. This is a live reaction of me saying what I said in the last video. She needs to go to a school where height is utilized because she's too big. She's just 6'6" and plays 2 minutes. All she does is stretch. You took out the game immediately. You didn't even get warmed up. So I guess this is the rebound that they needed. No bigs intended. Del Rosario's going and they win a snatch up Keiko Val from LSU. I mean not LSU, Notre Dame to go to LSU. Dear Notre Dame, although I've been here for a year, this place has had a tremendous impact on me. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of such a special program and university, even if it's just for a short time. To my coaches, teammates, and everyone who supported me along the way, thank you. I've learned so much during the time here, and I'll carry those lessons with me wherever I go. To Notre Dame fans, thank you for unwavering support, your passion, and the love you've shown through every high and low. Playing in front of you is an experience I will always treasure with appreciation. Kate Cobell. You go to LSU, they're gonna be screaming. So this is gonna be a whole nother wave of fans and support here going to Louisiana State University, LSU. But anyways, 6'5" forward average 5.5 points, almost 5 rebounds, almost 2 blocks per game. Is a true freshman season. Earned her spot in 2024-25 All ACC freshman team. So you guys, let me know how you feel about these two transfers. Olivia Miles going to TCU and Kate Koval going to LSU. Yeah, man, I told you this needs to happen. She's too big. She's 6'6". She need to get on the court. And for her not to play and only average 2 points, hey, y'all gotta remember that Del Rosario's an All-American. She doesn't get All-American minutes as a McDonald's All-American. In that same class with JuJu, Malaysia, Tessa Johnson, um, Hannah, Madison, all these, all those players came from the same class, and Del Rosario was All-American. She doesn't even get in the game. So yeah, she needs to leave. Gotta go to a home, a new home that you feel cherished and utilized. Won't even get in the game. But anyways, let's get into the late news that kind of late too, but as they say, it's better late than never. Hannah Hidalgo on the Players Tribune created a monster. Now we're gonna get straight into it. As we talked about this before, talk about it again, right? So she went on the Players Tribune pretty much giving us a breakdown of who is Hannah Hidalgo and things of that nature, right? While I was reading this article, see if I could find it. No, that's the end. It's right here, right? Hannah Hidalgo went on to address the news of the cancellation she had last year with the post, with the post she made last year, right? So, let's go ahead and read this out loud. I'll give you guys my honest opinion on what she said. It's a learning process. Among other things, you have to be intentional about what you post, which goes double if it's somebody else you're implying, you're amplifying. as opposed to something that comes from your heart that reflects your character and authentic self. You know the post I'm talking about. Now, feeling misinterpreted is one thing. I've always have been very private, and learning how to navigate the media in public as a young person is just plain hard. But realizing that I had this new responsibility and that I've let people down, given the wrong impression, maybe even hurt people I care about, that got me spiraling. I grew a lot from the conversations I've had coming off that mistake, especially with friends I was afraid I'd hurt. Instead, I was relieved to feel embraced and safe. I am not homophobic. Oh, let's go back. I'm not homo. I love all people and believe we all deserve to exist authentically. But I understand now I have that narrative developed. I should have been more public about how much I value everyone's humanity and how what makes us unique as individuals can be what powers a great team. Which taught me the most important thing I've learned in the last 2 years in terms of dealing with pressure, surrounding yourself with people who are going to be real with you no matter what. In a way, that's why I came to Notre Dame in the first place. When your six iPhone alarms, six iPhone alarms, man, get up out the bed. Six iPhone alarms is crazy. Starts going off at 5:30 a.m. and you have 6 hour media day following by practice and then night class where the professors are not playing around. You don't really care how pretty the campus looks in the snow. You care about, or you care that you got people in your life to laugh, cry, complain to, and study with, to learn and grow alongside. People who have your back when it's hard. People of all kinds who you love and whose diverse backgrounds and perspective help you get better. Now let's go back up here. There were a lot of conversations I had coming off that mistake, especially with friends I afraid I hurt. Instead, I was relieved to feel embraced and safe. I am not a homophobe. Alright, let's get into the conversation. See, I was thinking about this for a few days. I said, you know what? I will say that this is kind of a bad PR move in Hannah's sense. And it's not the fact that she's straight. The media doesn't care if you're straight. What? Um, Sabrina Ionescu was married. How many straight players are on the W? Sabrina is married. Skylar Diggins is married. Skylar Diggins Smith is married. Um, who else? Angel Reese is straight, from what I've been seeing. Who else? Because you know this is the problem. The reason why this is such a big deal is because the predominant of women's basketball in the W, you know, they date amongst each other, right? Or they date women in the W, right? But again, there are a lot of straight players in the W, right? As I said, Sabrina's married, Skylar Diggins is married, Angel Reese is straight. Shout out to my country kinfolk, Alicia Gray, Asia Wilson with Bam Adebayo, Ademayo Instagram bio. Asia Wilson with Bam Adebayo from the Heat. Like, there's plenty of straight women in the W. It's not the problem. I think what the problem was, it was posting Candace Owens. Because Candace Owens, she is a bot. Like, she's up there with Stephen A. Smith with bodice, right? There's points of time where T.I. the rapper, T.I. Tip Harris, Mr. ATL himself uh, 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 got on his show or this platform with Candace Owens and went back and forth over politics with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And she still hasn't answered this question that T.I. had for her. So I think that's really what the problem was. Because I feel like, is it really, let me ask y'all a question. Is it really fair to cancel Hannah based off her beliefs? Because if she's straight, like, why is that a problem? I just think, in my opinion, posting Candace Owens was the red flag. I mean, I don't care if you're straight. Because again, there's a lot of straight players in the W. And then again, there's a lot of, you know, women that date some muncie shit. I almost said two words in one. Let me slow down. There are women that date amongst each other, amongst themselves in the W. As we know with Dejanay and Melissa Smith. I don't know if they're still together. Got DeWanna Bonner and Debo, Alyssa Thomas. They're together. Stewie, she's in her relationship with a woman. But again, I don't think it's really fair to cancel her off her beliefs. I think it's more of the fact that she posts Candace Owens and how she interprets same gender marriages and stuff like that. So there's that. I think the biggest problem with Notre Dame this year and how they fell off from what they could have been was it was kind of the formula, but I feel like Notre Dame, after thinking about it some more, they became too Hannah Hidalgo dependent. And it's the same thing with USC and JuJu. They became too option one dependent. And you see that happen with USC. And it's the same thing with Notre Dame. That's why I think the majority of the team is gone. They're too Hannah dependent. Olivia Miles has been there for 4 years, and fifth year instead of going to the draft to the W, she goes to TCU. This team, I believe, only has three players now between KK Bransford, she might be going, Cresson Cass Prosper, and Hannah Hidalgo. Last year, Hannah's freshman year was amazing. But then going to this year, everybody wanted to see how the Liv Doggo, the Hannah Doggo and Olivia Miles combination would work. And it seemed to have worked for a while, especially start of the season. But I think as time went on, they became too Hannah dependent. Hannah became option one. She became, well, we see. And the problem with being option one is that it could have this, I don't want to bring her up all the time, but it has this Caitlin Clark effect, right? To where if your shot isn't falling, this is to me the perfectionist side of Hannah, right? If it's not going your way or your shot's not falling, Hannah Hidalgo has crash out tendencies. It was shown in this last game here, right? The shot wasn't falling. I think she was what 1 for 7 versus TCU, right? The missed shot, then turned it over. Hannah's about to crash out. Super Saiyan, right? She is a Dragon Ball Z fan, so it kind of makes sense why her hair is different colors. Hi guys, so just a quick edit. I just wanted to come on here and say this real quick. How crazy Notre Dame season was, right? Last year, the Sweet 16, it was the nose ring. Some people say that's the reason why they lost to Oregon State. And that team had Reagan Beers, TVO, Turner TV off, Talia, and Tamia Gardner, all on Oregon State, right? And you know, the main reason why they lost was because of Hannah's nose ring, that issue. And then everybody waited for Olivia to come back to see how that duo would work with Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo, who are, depending on who you ask, two number one options as a backcourt. And it worked out for the majority of the season, right? They flew to LA and beat USC. They played Texas and beat Texas. They even beat UConn. You know how crazy it is to be a team like Notre Dame, right? You end up beating the champions. Notre Dame beat the future champions early on in the season. They Notre Dame beat UConn last year without Olivia. Then they beat UConn again this year with the team that they had. But again, as you're gonna see in the video after the unpause, right? I feel as if the reason why Notre Dame fell off or had the downfall was because they were too Hannah Hidalgo dependent. Not to sound like a broken record, but you got all these 5 stars, you beat all these top tier teams, but it's still just Hannah shooting a lot of televised random shots. The shot selection is through the roof. You have Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo, Sony Citron, Maddie Westbelt, Leah Two King, all these 5 stars and high level scores, and it just Hannah just shooting these. Getting to the basket, trying to draw fouls, going right all the time with no real left hand. Still has to work on the left hand. That's constructive criticism. Still trying to force shots, get random shots off, instead of relying on the team. That's why they lost to TCU, because they were tired. TCU was tired. It's just Notre Dame fell into the trap. Now you got Olivia Miles falling into the trap with TCU. Going to TCU now. So, I just wanted to come on here and say that, how crazy their season was. When the season started, they beat very high-level teams, very, very highly talented teams. They ended up beating the champions. Who would have thought that they would have been champions, right? Well, UConn, unless you're a Connecticut Husky fan. But Notre Dame beat UConn. But again, they fell off because they're too, Anyways, let me get back into the video. Red during the postseason, blonde during the regular season. Now, see, as the coach, right? This is what I said during the tournament. Before Notre Dame and TCU even played each other, this was the biggest red flag with this team. Hannah Hidalgo having crash out issues. Neil Ivy just walking to the locker room like nothing's going on. Maddie Westbelt trying to calm down the star. Why is the players trying to calm down the star? That should be the coach's job. I mean, you can do that as the player. I mean, yeah, you could console it's more than just a teammate. This is your friend, right? And Ivy just walk into the locker room, just thinking in a whole nother world. You have to reel in your stars when they have a bad start to a game. Hannah Hidalgo's face is completely red. Look, her entire face is as red as her hair right now. And this even happened last year. And Hidalgo crashing out. Now she did come out the game. She's about to lose it. This is where, as the coach, you have to reel in your stars. You have to learn from situations like this where you can't crash out, because again, this could either go in a good way, where it motivates you to play better, or it can boil over in the second half, which then all around you have a terrible game because you got in your own head. And again, I understand the competition part, as the commentator just said. She's just such a fierce competitor. But see, that could, again, it has this seesaw effect. It's good and it's bad. Like, being too competitive could lead you to losing, or it can help you lock in. So I'm gonna just go ahead and play this clip for you guys real quick, right? Perfectionist. I know when I see one. She ain't trying to hear that ish, I'm telling you. She's not trying to hear that ish either. Being receptive, as this is really her team now. You want to say option one, unless they go get a demigod in this transfer portal to come to Notre Dame, this is her team. So, as Maya Moore told Caitlin Clark, you can't have these kind of meltdowns and crash out in the second quarter of the game. And even in this game, this was going into halftime. Her whole face is red. Gotta understand there's still 20 minutes of basketball left. So to me, that was the biggest downfall. I mean, you could also say uh, the post. Again, to me, that was more of a bad PR move for somebody that is becoming more and more influential in the women's game. And again, I don't think it's the problem of her being straight because I feel like, is it really fair to cancel Hannah based off of her beliefs and her being Christian and her being raised in a mother father household and wanted to be with a man and wanted to have kids the original right way, as they say, depending on who you ask? I don't feel like it's really fair to do that, but I think it was the posting of Candace Owens, who has bot mentality, is what had people rubbed the wrong way. And you know how she gets. She's all over the place. But anyways, that's pretty much it. You guys let me know how you feel about today's news of Olivia Miles going to TCU, Keiko Val going to LSU, Del Rosario transferring out of LSU, and the Players Tribune created a monster with Hannah Hidalgo, pretty much sit down interview. Hopefully one day, I don't know if they'll have like a video of it because we could have just reacted to that, but it's still a good article regardless. But at the end of the day, I think this is more like a learning experience because again, she is 20 now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think she's, yeah, I think she's 20 now. But yeah, again, she's still young. She's just gonna live and learn from the situation. I don't think she should be canceled, but don't post Candace Owens because, yeah, she's one of those. But it's still one more thing before we get out of here. I almost forgot. I'm gonna post the clip when I edit this video of Hannah Hidalgo and Madison Booker. They linked up, right?
Hannah, come to Texas. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, Madison's coming to Andy. No, I'm not. You gotta keep coming. Should I address it? No, you don't address. You don't address hate comments. Hateful things you don't ever address. You act like they're not there and they go away. Look. Medicine has a lot to learn about social media. I'm trying to teach you.
As I said before in the past, I may have not said it on video, but if you let this duo happen right here, it's gonna get real spooky outside. It's gonna get real spooky. They're gonna be shooting tour dates. They're gonna be shooting parades. That field goal percentage is gonna be a parade. You know, these are two players. They shoot whatever they want to shoot. You know, Madison Booker, the midi magician, and Hannah, she just threw that thing up there. That's an option one. The shot selection, wild. But at the end of the day, see Madison Booker and Hannah Hidalgo on the same team. Still would be nasty. But anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because again, it's still super early in the morning. Okay, that was ESPN. So you guys let me know about today's topic. I'm gonna go ahead and combine this with the JuJu Watkins winning the Wooden Award, the John Wooden Award video. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. How you feel about Olivia Miles going to TCU, Kate Koval going to LSU, Del Rosario leaving LSU, um, Hannah Hidalgo's interview with the Players Tribune, and JuJu Watkins winning the John Wooden Award. Pretty much winning every award possible, still having a torn ACL. And I'm gonna see you guys next video. All right, y'all. We're back another video. We're back another reaction. This is gonna be a short video. Just wanted to come on here and share some more inspirational JuJu Watkins news as she has been named, has been crowned, whatever you want to call it, this year's Wooden Award winner. So inspirational, man. Went from, what is that, the Association's Press, unanimous Player of the Year, to Jersey Mike's Naismith Player of the Year, won the Don Staley Award, and now this, the Wooden Award. Oh yeah, UCLA, y'all can't sleep good at night. I know you can't. Because not only did you lose to USC 2 out of 3 times, you're seeing your rival win all these awards. And then last night, y'all got blown out by almost 40. What Mrs. Puff used to say back in the day?
Blankety,
Brickety,
blankety,
brickety, brick.
blank.
That's all y'all did last night, other than Lauren Betts 2 feeding in layups. Just
Blankety,
brickety,
blankety,
brickety, brick.
blank.
Airball, airball. Like the majority of the game. Almost lost by 40 in the final four. And then you wake up the next day to see this. Oh yeah, UCLA, y'all going through a midlife crisis right now. Y'all have to. It's it's just an ongoing nightmare, isn't it? But anyways, this is um what Juju had to say after winning the award.
Since you've become the face of women's basketball, what's your why?
Ah, first 4 seconds. Hi guys, just a quick edit. So for this part of the video, pretty much what I was saying was me and Nell Duncan agree on this topic only because looking at it from Juju's peers, Paige is on her way out. The day that I'm filming this video, tomorrow is her final college collegiate game, whatever you want to call it. Flau'jae, she should get more push, but I didn't see her winning this award. Hannah's not going to win it. Madison's not going to win it. Lauren Betts isn't going to win it. Sarah Strong, not yet. She's a good candidate in the future, but not yet. AZ, maybe next year, but not this year. Joyce Edwards, not yet. A strong candidate for the future, but not yet. So, pretty much for the most part, for a player that gets a lot of push and advertisement right now, JuJu Watkins is the face of women's college. And like I said in that Jersey Mike's video, I have to accept it. I have to embrace it. This is the face of women's college. Because again, Paige is pretty much gone. Flau'jae, who should get more push and advertisement, I don't think she had enough push to win this award. Hannah, Madison, Lauren, even Michaela Williams, AZ, Sarah Strong, Joyce Edwards. I think JuJu gets the most push. And then even for her to tear her ACL and win all these awards at the same time, some inspirational stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyways, let's get it back into the video.
The face of women's basketball, what's your why?
So many whys. I think biggest thing is just my family, my supporters. I think they definitely drive me on the floor. My teammates, my coaches. There's so many things that go into it. So I'm just grateful that I'm able to play the game.
You know, JuJu, I'm probably going to give you the award for best baby hairs too. You win the baby hair award also.
Like,
No, I'm not
ain't spend an hour, hour and a half getting the actual bun together.
competing at all.
Let's go ahead with the slick back.
But you had
Soon to be summer braids.
such an incredible year last
Watch.
season. How
Soon
would
to be
you
summer
describe the
braids.
way you think you even upped your game more this season?
Yeah, I think this season was a real growth year for me. I was able to learn so much and just IQ wise, just growing. I mean, playing with Kiki Uriafen and so many great players around me, it forced me to just kind of level up and be a better player and teammate.
And JuJu, this season, I have loved to be able to see you do your thing in person. Galen Center is rocking. It's a game-changing atmosphere. How do you feel to see Los Angeles, your home, come alive for women's basketball?
Man, it's everything that I've dreamt of. I mean, going to SC, that was one of the biggest things that I want to do was kind of help change the trajectory of the program and get more fans involved and get more people involved. And that's definitely what we did. So, um, this is only the beginning, and there's more to come for sure in Galen.
You know, Juju, you have the whole city of LA, you have the whole country, and really just basketball and sports fans in general, everyone behind you on this recovery process. I've been where you are, and it's hard to even ask this question, but we do have to know, how would you describe the recovery journey so far and how you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. I think my first week, I was just in complete shock. And, the first time that I've dealt with this type of adversity. So, I'm really just getting prepared for what's to come and ready to just get to work and get to work in rehab so that I'm back on the floor with my teammates.
So inspirational, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough almost a year without Juju on the court. Her not dropping 30 on UCLA. Yeah, I can't get over that, bro. Like that last night was like a monstrosity. I'm just saying random words at this point. Like that was a catastrophe what y'all did last night. Again, USC didn't go out like that, healthy or unhealthy. When they were healthy, they beat UConn. And then without Juju, I mean they lost, but they didn't get blown out by almost 40. That's crazy. Anyway, Barstool SE even Juju was shook. What is this? See, what is this? Well, I'm telling you, boy, I could have fell on my knees at Walmart thinking that this was real. Transferring. JuJu Watkins has announced that she'll be transferring schools following a season-ending injury that has reshaped her path forward. Really? Because, like, how did we get here? How did we get to this situation? You know what I mean? Just saying, like, that's great. Anyways, it is April 1st. Stop and really stop playing. Cause that's basically the depending on who you ask, that's the queen of LA right now. More congratulations. She just pretty much winning every award and still has a torn ACL. Juju meets Cecily Collat. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Who played Baby Nessa in Wicked. Mom, Juju is even prettier in person. She was glowing. We better wear our Juju buns next time. Keep inspiring all the young athletes around the world, Juju. Cecily's mom. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just so inspirational. Whole right knee swollen, but still took time to take pictures with her supporters. Wow. Um, it's always that one person. Here we go, guys. Exhibit A. Why isn't Juju Watkins getting the same media love as Caitlin Clark? Exhibit B. Why hasn't Middle America given Paige Beckers the Caitlin Clark treatment? Exhibit C. Folks forget Paige Beckers was Caitlin, before injuries. So is that one person, bro. But that being said, Caitlin Clark, oh, yeah, this is pretty old now. Respect for each other, yeah, that's from March 29th. Yeah, for the most part, that's it. Again, this is supposed to be a short video. Again, congratulations to Juju Watkins for collecting more hardware. All she needs is a championship at this point. Once she gets that, or if she has the chance to get a championship and wins it, Clarkies. Oh yeah, Clarkies. Yeah, you're not gonna sleep well at night. You're gonna have a lot of nightmares about this one. She's won pretty much every award in 1 year. So all she really needs is a ring. She get that championship ring, it's bad. It's gonna look real ugly outside for the Clarks. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm going to get out of here. My TVL shoes was different. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, that's it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you do so, I really appreciate it. What is this? Juju and her friend McKinley Randolph from Sierra Canyon. Oh man. Hey, I'm just saying, Mac, it Taj Roberts. I'm just saying, look, hear me out. Cause I know Mac and Juju are like this. Taj Roberts and Kennedy are like this. It may not be next year, but sometime Juju senior year, go ahead and come to USC's Death Row Records. Might end up sneaking a championship in. We got Kennedy, Taj Roberts, Juju and Mac Attack on USC Death Row Records. You see how they got the vlogs popping right now? They all in the videos, dancing. Come to USC. Like I said, it ain't gonna happen this year because they look pretty happy where they're at. Mac, McKinley, and Todd Roberts. But I'm just saying, it's just a thought. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I might post this today. I might post this tomorrow on Championship Sunday. But just know that this video is done, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. As soon as I get ready to upload this video, as soon as I get ready to upload this video, guess what I just saw just right now? Breaking news 3 minutes ago. At what time is it? 11:11. Just turned 11:12. Guess what I just saw on ESPN just now? This is why I said this specific school is always going to be good. Always. No matter how much they lose by, this school is always going to be good in the transfer portal. Between them and UConn. Guess what I just saw? What? Tanaya Latson to South Carolina? Whoa. Nah, it's gonna be next season. Next season is gonna be something special already. Wow. And y'all know I never played the Undertaker theme song this long. That's how you know I'm surprised. Wow. I'm shocked, bro. I didn't expect to see this. The second thing I didn't see on my bingo card today. I was just getting ready to upload this video. And I have to re-edit it again because Tanaya Latson, the leading scorer of last season, is transferring to South Carolina. So they're going to have next season Joyce Edwards, Mylasia Fulwiley, Chloe Kitts, I believe Raven Johnson is staying. Mylasia, hold on. I need to process what I'm looking at right now. So next season they're going to have Joyce Edwards, Chloe Kitts, I believe Raven Johnson is staying. Malaysia for Wiley and the leading scorer of last season, Tanaya Latson, all on one team? You know what's crazy too? I seen this on X right after the championship. Somebody said that. I mean, first let me say this: R.I.P. to Kobe, Gigi, and all those passengers on that plane crash, the helicopter crash. Somebody said that Gigi Bryant would have been a freshman on this last UConn's team. So they would have had Paige, AZ, KK, Sarah Strong, and Gigi Bryant on the same team. They would have won anyway. UConn would have won anyway. They definitely would have won with Gigi on the team. But again, RIP to Kobe, Gianna, Gigi, and the rest of those passengers on that plane crash. That's insane. But this is crazy though. I was not expecting. Now I gotta stop the upload and upload this right after. Tanaya Latson to South Carolina. Wow. My mind is blown right now. My mind is completely blown. Great move by her. They need a scorer, and she is indeed that. Absolutely is. She the leading scorer last season. Dawn ain't wasted no time. Fact. She went from crashing out to I bet she laughing now. Ba da ba ba ba. I get the All Americans. They said further on to find out. All right. And they got the leading scorer in college on the same team as all these other stars. Boy, this gonna be crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna go and end this video off because now this video is gonna be an hour long. Because I can't even believe I'm even seeing this right now. Tanaya Latson to SC. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video off. I'm gonna see you guys. You got my green screen all messed up. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video off. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.